Say the word door out loud. Go on, nobody's listening. Now say it 10 more times, fast. Door, 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 door. Somewhere in there it breaks. The word peels off the meaning. And for a second, door isn't a thing you walk through anymore. It's just a noise your mouth is making. A dumb little sound, dough. Or, you've known that word your whole life, and you just watched it fall apart in 5 seconds. If you think about it, this has happened to you before. Maybe it was your own name signed at the top of a test until it stopped looking like a name. Maybe a word in a song you played on repeat until the lyric turned to mush in your mouth. We all trip over this at some point. Almost nobody stops to ask why it happens. So here's the unsettling part. The word didn't change. The letters on this screen didn't move. The sound is the exact same sound. The only thing that broke was something inside you. And it happens to everyone, every person, in every language, with any word you pick. Say it enough times in a row and it turns to mush. This has a name. And the reason behind it is stranger than the trick itself. Back in the early 1960s, a psychologist named Leon James gave this little glitch a label. He called it semantic satiation. Satiation, like being full, stuffed. You can stuff yourself on a word the same way you stuff yourself at dinner. Take one more bite, and your body says no thanks. So what exactly is getting full? To answer that, you have to look at what your brain is doing every single time you read. Reading a word feels like one instant thing. It isn't. It's 2 steps. Step 1, your eyes catch the shape. The lines, the curves, the little picture that spells DOOR. Step 2, your brain reaches into storage and fires off the meaning, the wood, the handle, the thing you push. That second step runs on a circuit, a specific little pattern of brain cells that lights up and shouts door every time you need it. But brain cells get tired. Fire that same circuit 15, 20, 30 times in a row with no break, and it starts to slack off. Each shout comes out a little quieter than the last. This is the leading explanation, and scientists call it neural fatigue. The cells are basically out of breath. And here's the moment it breaks. The meaning signal drops so low that it slips under the line where you can consciously feel it. The shape is still there. Your eyes see the word perfectly. But the meaning behind it has gone quiet. So you're left holding the husk of a word with nothing inside. You didn't forget what a door is. Your brain just got too tired to keep pointing at it. Now sit with what that actually means, because this is the part that should bother you a little. The word never changed, not once. The ink didn't move, the sound stayed identical. The only thing that changed was the machine inside you that makes meaning. So follow that all the way down. If the meaning can flicker out while the word sits there untouched, then the meaning was never in the word. You were making it. Every time afresh. You generate the meaning of door so fast, so automatically, that you spent your whole life thinking it lived on the page. It doesn't. It lives in you. And you rebuild it from scratch every time your eyes land on those 4 letters. Reading isn't pulling meaning out of words. It's your brain firing meaning at them constantly, so quickly you never notice the work. Repeat the word too many times, and you simply catch the machine in the act, out of breath, mid-swing, and it isn't only the sound. You can break a word with your eyes, too. Pick a common word and just stare at it. Don't say it. Just look. After 20 or 30 seconds, something different goes wrong. The letters start to drift apart. The word stops looking like a word and starts looking like a pile of random shapes. You'll swear it's spelled wrong, even when you know it isn't. This one has its own name. Gestaltzerfall. That's German, roughly, for shape collapse. And here's the part that should give you pause. It's the exact mirror of what your mouth did. Repeat a word out loud, and the meaning drains away while the shape holds. Stare at a word in silence, and the shape falls apart while the meaning stays. 2 different breakdowns, 2 different machines. Your brain builds the look of a word and the meaning of a word on separate circuits. And you can exhaust either one on its own while the other keeps working. It gets stranger because scientists figured out how to trigger this on purpose, and it won them a prize. In 2023, a team led by Chris Moulin and Akira O'Connor took home an Ig Nobel. That's the award for research that makes you laugh and then makes you think. Their experiment was almost too simple. They sat people down and had them write a single word over and over by hand. Around 33 repetitions, something tipped. About 2 out of every 3 people felt the word go alien on them. One said it simply felt wrong. Another said it was like being tricked by someone, like the word itself had turned into a stranger. The researchers had a name ready for that feeling. Jamais vu. You've heard of déjà vu. It's French for already seen. That jolt when something brand new feels strangely familiar. Jamais vu is the mirror image. It means never seen. It's when something deeply familiar suddenly feels new and foreign and a little bit wrong. And that is exactly what you did to the word door at the start of this video. You gave yourself jamais vu, on demand, with nothing but your own mouth. Now here is where it stops being about words at all. Because you can do this to a face, your own. In 2010, an Italian psychologist named Giovanni Caputo sat people in a dim room in front of a mirror and asked them to do one simple thing. Just look at their own reflection. For about 10 minutes. What happened to them was not subtle. Around 2/3 reported their own face starting to warp. Some watched their features slide and distort. Some saw the face of a stranger looking back. Some saw a parent who had died. A few saw something they could only describe as a monster. These were healthy people, looking at a face they had seen in the mirror every single day of their lives. Same glitch. The system that recognizes a face held on one image too long runs out of breath, and the most familiar face in the world goes alien. So it was never really about the word door, it's about recognition itself, meaning spelling, faces. Your brain rebuilds all of it in real time, and every one of those machines can be worn down. And here's the twist. This isn't your brain failing. It's your brain being efficient. You are built to notice what's new, the constant, the repeated, the thing that just won't change. Your brain slowly turns the volume down on so the new can stand out. Meaning works the exact same way. Hammer one word or one face with nothing but repetition, and your brain does precisely what it was designed to do. It stops spending energy on something that clearly isn't going anywhere. The glitch isn't a flaw. It's that feature pushed one step too far. So let's go back to that first moment when door crumbled in your mouth. That wasn't a malfunction. It was a peek behind the curtain. For a couple of seconds, you got to see the thing you are never supposed to notice. Your brain building the world in real time. The meaning of every word, the shape of every letter, the face of every person you love. And then push too hard, running out of breath. Because it is doing all of this right now. Every word in this sentence, your brain is quietly recreating from nothing, the instant your eyes touch it. Faster than you can feel. It feels solid, permanent, like meaning just sits inside the words, and faces just sit on people waiting for you. They don't. It's all being held up every single second by tired little circuits that you can absolutely wear out. The familiar world isn't stored somewhere, finished and safe. It's rendered right now by you. Most of the time, that machine runs perfectly and completely invisibly. But repeat one ordinary word or stare a moment too long and you catch it blink. Your brain is full of these blind spots it really doesn't want you looking at directly. There's another one waiting for you right now. Go let it mess with you.